Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Om to everybody.
Hari Om. Pranam Swami.
Pranam.
Pranam Swami.
Hari Om Swami.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swami.
We are in chapter 22, no? Ram, the friend of the poor. Do not be limited merely by theories. Try to actualize them in practical life. Sharing practical experiences rather than academic knowledge will have a deeper impact. Awareness of His care and guidance is possible only when we know that we owe our origin to Him. Know that God is our eternal, ever-reliable companion. Seek Him with Him. Field to share our faith and experience is also provided by Him. Ram. Simple faith in a Mahatma aids the spiritual journey. A very important aspect. In order that we don't limit ourselves to any particular exercise, we should become sensitive to the demands and suffering of the people of any co-creations in and around us. Because that field is given to us by Him. That is why Papa was very emphatic right from the beginning in the sadhaka's life. Not merely the so-called labeled spiritual practices, so-called labeled spiritual practices. He says, outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. Nobody will be able to chant the whole day, nobody will be able to sit the whole day for inward journey. So here he says there will be outer activities. Right from the moment we get up in the morning till we retire to bed, there will be so many activities in our life, is it not? At home, in the office, with friends. Family life, professional life, social life. So here the guidance given is outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. Inner aspiration is to become one with him, to become aware of his presence.
Attain God. He said attain God.
God means what again? The simple way is not to attain God, to become aware of his presence. Attaining means something which is not there. Let us correct always that word. We is there, he has been with us, we do not know that. How many times Papa keeps on hammering this, You are chanting the name of one who is within you. There is a veil of ignorance that distances you from him. Human life is a rare acquisition. Its purpose is to know the Atman, by knowing which you have nothing more to know. Everyone must realize that the divine is within him. God is within your heart. You are his embodiment. You are he, but you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil. First God, everything else comes next. So previously we used to say, nowadays we cannot say that because Papa is warning us. He is within. So Nama chanting should help us to remember him. Remembrance should evolve to God consciousness. So outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. So how do we do that? In one of his quotations he says, Ramnam is the sadhana. It will awaken love in your heart and you will be mild and compassionate towards all beings. There is a saying, God reveals himself in that heart which is filled with compassion, forgiveness and peace. Ramnam will give you these three qualities and God will reveal himself in your heart. Because when these three attributes are there God is. God is compassion, God is forgiveness, God is peace. So under the banner of spiritual discipline, we should not become insensitive. God is providing us with various opportunities. Probably on a lighter vein, we can use this example. A doctor does not create the patient, The patient goes to the doctor. He has been prompted to take up medical science. And when he takes up that medical science and excels it, and when he becomes a full-fledged doctor, if the field is not there, we are not doing anything for the field. The teacher is not creating students. Like that, everything, the field is created. The other day we were sharing our personal experience. When we joined the company in 61, after 2 days, the boss, for the sake of others, everybody must have heard it 100 times. So the section head called me and said, when you start picking up one by one, you may become an expert. Then you may feel, yes, I am delivering more than what I am expected to do. Everything is all right. You can have that ego, nothing wrong in it. But think, company provided you a field to bring out your efficiency. And when you leave this company, the experience also will come with you. So be aware. If the company has not provided the field, how will you know? And the third thing, it might look irrational nowadays. And as you keep on serving, you may feel, I should get more and more and more. Nothing wrong. He said nothing wrong. But remember the day when you were pining for an employment and this company gave you a footing. Remember that day. These three norms. The field is not provided. For anybody to outshine, to excel, you need a field. That field is not provided. It's not done by, it's not created by that person. The field is provided by God. So let's say Prabhupada says, when somebody is in dire need and you come to know, you and I should not think that we are helping. God has provided an opportunity for us to express compassion. If otherwise, how will I know there is compassion? So do not be limited merely by theories, try to actualize them in practical life. That is why from day one of this ashram, Puja Mataji demonstrated it, even when nothing was coming. She will borrow and do it. In her language, there is no borrowing. In our language, there is borrowing. To her, she takes from one child, gives to another child. And when this child is suffering, she will take somebody and give to her. From day one. And Papa's quotation also, as you enter the board, universal love and service. So seva is it goes along with everything, not merely theory. But everything is silent here, that's all. Whatever that comes, whatever God, Papa brings here in the form of devotees as voluntary offerings, after the expenditure, whatever that is needed for the other co-creation, that is also taken by him. We are not going advertising, automatically they will come for medical aid, for educational aid, for self-employment. So many, mentally, physically handicapped, deaf and dumb, spinal injured people who are lying on the bed. He, in a mysterious way, he gives, we are sitting here only, but in a mysterious way, he connects up with everything. So that means the field is also given. So ashram, we don't have to go anywhere to learn. Just look at the ashram life, that's all. Papa, while writing a few words about Mataji, Papa writes about Mataji. You cannot imagine in what way her mental machinery is working. It is always working. Ramdas can imagine to some extent how to do good to others, how to serve somebody, how to relieve their distress. That is it. If she is not able to do as much as she feels she should, she is very unhappy, she is miserable. In fact, she has a heart that is made only to feel for others, hands only to give to others, body to toil and serve others. Self-interest, selfishness, selfish views and ideas are totally absent. So in lecture and spirit, so do not be limited merely by theories. Try to actualize them in practical life. We may not be able to do that, whatever is possible, to the extent possible. Because this is included in our spiritual disciplines. Nam, Dhyan, Seva. Sharing practical experiences rather than academic knowledge will have a deeper impact. The other day we were sharing, 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. We can start chanting, "Who is my dearest devotee?" The Lord answers, "Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuneyavaja nirmamo nirahankara samadukka sugakshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishchaya mayarpida mano buddhihi yomad bhakta samyapriya." We can give a lecture. But the other day we saw, practical examples. Malice towards none. We don't try to understand through the slokas. We don't try to understand the meaning through the meaning of the slokas. We try to understand an example to understand the slokas. Sharing practical experience. We don't have to go anywhere. All of us have been blessed with that. The only thing is we should be prompted to go back and parade before us. Umpty number of right from the moment we all started feeling ourselves as an individual till this moment, there are umpty number of experiences he has made, varieties, from different segments, elders, students, children, employees, colleagues. The only thing is, we should bless us to view it and get it registered in our mind so that whatever is possible, we can implement it when again he provides a field for us. Real spirituality. And Papa bluntly says, spirituality that cannot be applied in actual life is no spirituality. So sharing practical experiences. The other one is bookish knowledge, Awareness of his care and guidance is possible only when we know that we owe our origin to him. Otherwise, it is only a empty talk. That's all. We don't mean, though we say that. But we know that for our birth, we did not do anything. For our body, we did not do anything. For our existence, so many things are necessary, we did not bring. For our comfortable life, so many creature comforts are needed, we did not do anything. Everything has been provided by that great provider, the originator. If I keep on hammering this, then only I know that he is guiding us. Otherwise, I will not. It will be only talk, that's all. So when we know that we owe it, so our Ramnam enables us to go to the source. Something should be there, So here, Papa advocates chanting of his name so that we get connected to him. And when we start knowing that from him only we have come, by him only we exist, the very air we breathe, we don't need any theory. In COVID period, how many people were crying for oxygen, affected patients. Now we don't pay anything. We were paying through our nose, There is an equipment, I forgot the name. 4,000, 5,000 rupees per month we have to give rent. It was brought here. And so nowadays do we pay? Who is paying? Who is providing? So when anything, any taste, have we created the taste? The taste in a jaggery. Today we had payasam. Did we create that? No. He brought jaggery, not jaggery, he brought sugarcane. He made us to process and jaggery came out. So like that, mentally we start identifying everything to the origin. In the book he says, go to the origin and of your and the world life. Go to the origin of your and the world life. Try to enter into the mysterious origin of your and the world life. Anything I come across, I don't have to tom-tom, but mentally I should associate. So this is what is meant by awareness of his care and guidance is possible only when we know that we know our origin to him. All these things we hear, unless we do manana and try to recognize that. Know that God is our eternal, ever reliable companion. Seek him within. External worship is a distant means, no? So the seek him within, seek him within, seek him within. And when he says God is our eternal, ever reliable companion, only by going through bhaktas, the devotees' life, how they were having that relationship with him, and Papa's mystic relationship with him, with Ram. Though Ram and Ramdas are one, Ramdas would always like to be the Das of Ram, servant of Ram. Then only there is sweetness. So, Papa, throughout in Quest of God, if you will, how many, especially the last portion, and at the feet of God, it is purely a dialogue between him. To others, it is soliloquy, we say, talking to oneself. But as a devotee, we can say talking to him. A beautiful relationship between he, the indwelling reality, and me, the sense of individuality. Companion, companion, companion. Field to share our faith and experience is provided by Ram. First item is simple faith in a Mahatma aids the spiritual journey. To begin with, that is necessary. Simple faith. And that becomes spontaneous, It is not because of any academic exercise. We see a Mahatma, something in us gets connected with him. Without any advertisement, without any reading. And that is the starting point for our spiritual life. And every day we remember that. In everybody's life, whenever we see a Mahatma, then it is always to remember how do we get related to him. And later on, we also see the impersonal aspect, the ideal which has pulled us and made us to connect himself through that form. While the form is valid, it is relevant, but at the same time, connecting ourselves to the ideal through that is necessary. Both are necessary. Because God made us to become aware of this ideal through that particular form. So we have reverence, gratitude towards that form. But at the same time, we get connected to the ideal through which God revealed those values. So these are all the things that came out. 22. So here what happened was, one mother, because initially she refused to give water.
Daily prayer, we are talking to impersonal God and other. How are we sure that whether he is hearing it?
You see, impersonal God, how
We are living, the very fact that we are alive is because of him. The very fact that I am breathing, think, the very fact that my heart is beating, do I do anything?
When we talk to him in the early morning, we talk to him.
Ah.
We are not sure whether he hears it.
He is there, that is why you are talking to him. He is not something outside. So we keep on going deep within. During our dhyana period, meditation period, we try to go within. How do I feel that I am sitting? And Papa's simple method of Ramnam, he said from vocal to the mental to the hearing of the chanting. Then when that is reached, we know that chanting is going on. Who is chanting and who is knowing, that is how he gives us a glimpse of his presence. Unless we do that, it is difficult, as you said. Yes, difficult. He is with us, he has been with us. Every now and then we keep on asserting to ourselves, I did not do anything for my very birth. Did I do that? Did I do anything for my body? The present me and mine in us, the present me and mine in us, did we do anything for our very birth? Did we do anything for our body? When we came out of the mother's womb, did we bring along with us an oxygen cylinder or a water bottle? This is how we try to become aware of the reality placed before us. With that bhavana, morning, early morning, when the mind is fresh, we try to recognize what all we have been blessed with. Again, we forget, because right from our young age, we have not been taught. So naturally, we may be thinking only of something connected to me and mine. But now our spiritual preceptor says, he is the only. How many times we have read this? Nothing is yours, everything is his. If you have that book, Divine Life, there is a chapter called Aphorisms. There, in one line, Papa has written, nothing is yours, everything is God's. Not simply reading it. Then we start thinking, I have been thinking this is mine, that is mine. Wait. Go to the origin. This is how in 2 years' time he was able to get convinced about that God alone exists. And to have that link, Nama was helping him. That is why he insisted ceaseless remembrance of Ram, ceaseless chanting of his name side by side with concentrated meditation on the indwelling and all-pervading reality. So as we keep on doing it, there will arise a relationship with him, and to constantly, and this biographical sketches, in our case, Papa's teachings, suppose we keep on bringing it, it will enable us to have this dialogue. All of us are reading In Quest of God, How many times he has developed this? Even when, before he started on this, the second chapter, Renunciation. So one night, while engaged in drinking the sweetness of his name, Ramdas was made to think in the following stream. O Ram, to whom he is talking? O Ram, when thy slave finds thee at once so powerful and so loving, and that he who trusts thee can be sure of true peace and happiness, why should he not throw himself entirely on thy mercy, which can be possible only by giving up everything he called mine? Thou art all in all to thy slave. Thou art the sole protector in the world. Men are deluded when they declare, I do this, I do that, this is mine, that is mine. All, O Ram, is thine. All things are done by thee alone. Thy slave is one prayer to thee is to take him under thy complete guidance and remove his highness. The dialogue, you know. So when we read that, we simply don't read. We do some manana. If Papa can have the dialogue, should I not have the dialogue? With whom? With that power which makes me feel I am. That is why after 2 or 3 days when we start the Namotsava here, all these things are there when he talks about Ramnam. Somehow it has not got registered in our mind, though we enjoy Ramnam. So that is why in the proposed Namotsava, after every half an hour, there will be some quotes of Papa, by which we try to understand why we are chanting Ramnam. These are all points there. So that is why Ramnam, when chanted with the right perspective, enables us to, what is that word? Unless we link ourselves with the author of our being, our life becomes in vain, no? Unless we link ourselves with the author of our being, the life is in vain. What a beautiful word. Author of my being. So we have to be a little more serious. Puja Swamiji, before he gave us his final message in 2003, he used the word, be a little more serious in your sadhana. Swamiji has been watching us. By nature, he is very gentle, so he will not use any any word that will wound us. So even that way of telling is like that. A touching letter. Become more serious in sadhana. Develop more harmony and mutual understanding among all, and settle minor differences by talking about them then and there, lest the differences and impressions caused by them should get accumulated and explode one day. All should keep this goal before them and make sure that whatever they say or do must be helpful for spiritual progress. Petty likes and dislikes should be sacrificed for the sake of this inner, higher common ideal. If all of you work harmoniously and lovingly serve everybody visiting the ashram, looking upon them as different forms of beloved Papa, Papa will surely bless you all, lead you on the path, ultimately make you merge in the Shashwata Swarup of beloved Papa. So my humble request is that all those who have had contact with Papa, and especially those who are engaged in the service of beloved Papa, should make the best of the opportunities Papa has so graciously given us for attaining the supreme goal of human life, resulting in perfect liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Making the best use of opportunities means living the life with the only aspiration for realizing God.
Whether in ashram or anywhere.
Eh?
Swamiji?
Whether in ashram or anywhere.
Anywhere. But first of all, he was observing our behavior. Na? We were still limited in the circle. So he was addressing to us. Living the life with the only aspiration for realizing God. Doing, talking, and thinking only that which will keep up the spiritual progress and shunning that which will not. Loving everybody without any reservation, irrespective of relationship or friendship, caste, creed, nationality, etc. Be a model to others to show what a devotee of beloved Papa should be. Universal love and service. Accepting and revering all saints as other forms of our own Guru. Feeling that we do not belong to any particular sect. We are only devotees of the Lord, awakened, guided by our Guru, beloved Papa. Some other devotees may be getting guidance from some other saints. Thus, whoever may be our Guru, we are all children of God and devotees of God and therefore brothers and sisters. Guru and God are not different. The same God whom we want to realize has come to us in the form of beloved Papa to guide us. So also God has come in different forms to awaken and guide a certain other section of the society. Living in the world in perfect detachment. If your destiny makes you possess many things, possess them as a trustee of God and not be possessed by them. When the things, even if they are precious, are taken away from us, there is no need to feel sorry in parting with them. God brought them to us to keep for some time. Now He has taken them away. So part with them as cheerfully as we received them. Living in perfect surrender to His will. Being fully conscious that whatever happens through anybody happens by His will only. And no individual is really responsible for any action, though man may claim the doership. The real doer is God. God as Prakriti is the doer, God as Purusha is only a witness, and not doing anything through He is the power that activates that Prakriti. Humility, this is the greatest virtue. Try to be the humblest. Feel all others you see are greater than what you are. Never assert yourself and boss over others. Even if your viewpoint is correct, this can be put before the others in a humble way and thus can win over others. Even if what you think is correct, if what others think is not wrong or detrimental to the institution, why not accept others' opinion and wholeheartedly cooperate in working out the same? Say or do anything, if it is helpful in maintaining the solidarity of the ashram and thus help our own progress. Shun anything that will not, however attractive and tempting they may be. Sacrifice anything and everything for the harmony and solidarity of the ashram. Consider ashram interest a more important than personal interest. Do not hesitate to take strong action against those who steal, who tell lies for the sake of harming others, insult or molest women, engage themselves in activities detrimental to the ashram, come to the ashram in a drunken state. Do not forget that people come to the ashram to gain peace of mind. So it is the duty of everyone in the ashram to deal with them in such a way that they find their troubled minds calm down here and they gain certain measure of peace. Even if the visitors or the other members behave a little rudely or very rudely, it is for us to remain cool and deal with them with all love. There is no other way to calm down one who has lost his temper. Love conquers hate. Give love for hate, then hate will be conquered. If all of you work harmoniously and lovingly serve everybody visiting the ashram, looking upon them as different forms of beloved Papa, Papa will surely bless you all, lead you on the path, ultimately make you merge in the Shashwata Swarup of beloved Papa. When we are earnest in our quest and serious in our sadhana, we can be sure we will get guidance from within and also from without to do the right thing at the right time. Guidance will be like this. From within, strong prompting to do something or not to do something. From without, external conditions will shape in such a way as to show us that they coincide with the prompting from within. If these coincide, outside and inside, we can be sure it is God's guidance. Our character, our thought, and action also will get gradually transformed from the human to the divine. May Virat Papa and Mataji bless you all with such intense aspiration and such sincerity and enthusiasm in sadhana that your progress in sadhana is fast and seva you do is perfect and help your sadhana or rather become a sadhana itself and lead you to the ultimate goal resulting in eternal happiness. Deepest love, best wishes, pranams to all of you. The immortal children of immortal beloved Papa and Mataji. So that means, we just it struck to us because we become more serious in our sadhana. We have heard so many things. Hearing is not what is needed. That is why this year's year-ending program will not have any other program. We will try to Ram now. Because Papa has beautifully amplified everything, brought it under Ram now. So that we have to hold on to one prop, one support. That is enough. And in that he branches out. One devotee made an effort, culling out what Papa has said about Ramnam. He said it is the only first part. Different books. It is a ready reckoner. Every day morning we read a few lines. We all forget, because of our various preoccupations. So this gives this hammering. For example, repeat the name as much as you can throughout the day. It is just like calling God by his name. If you call the mother, she comes to you. If you want to come to her soon, you must continuously call her. If you stop calling, the mother thinks you don't want her. If you insistently call her, she will come. If you want to get darshan of the universal mother, your prayer must be unceasing. She is sure to reveal herself in your heart. So like that, so many, all linked to Ramnam only. We don't need any other philosophy, any other text. So our the only one and only prop is Ramnam. So that is why probably he prompted us, concentrate on Ramnam. Try to develop the right mental attitude while you chant Ramnam. So every half an hour, we will have one quotation or a theme of his quotation brought out in a single line. So that mind should not engage in that again, academic exercise. 25 minutes we will hear Ramnam. In that 5 minutes we will, audio will be there and then this will also be displayed. Again 25 minutes chanting. So at the end of the first day, we will have 8 words of Papa. 4 hours of chanting and 8 glimpses. And then yesterday we tried. We asked, what do you remember? Everybody remember. So that when we remember, when we chant, we will try to slowly associate with it. This is the culture we are developing. And every word of Papa has come from his experience, not a textual knowledge. After scaling the heights and Ram and Ramdas are one, he has brought it out. So it has the stamp of authenticity. He is not quoting any Shastras. He is not quoting anybody from his own experience. So we remembered this because simple faith in a Mahatma aids the spiritual journey. So do not be limited merely by theories. Try to actualize them in practical life. Sharing practical experiences rather than academic knowledge will have a deeper impact. Awareness of His care and guidance is possible only when we know that we owe our origin to Him. Know that God is our eternal, ever reliable companion. Seek Him within. Field to share our faith and experience is provided by Ram. Simple faith in a Mahatma aids the spiritual journey. Anything else? Anybody would like to contribute anything? On these four aspects? You think God is outside you. If you from the very start think of God as dwelling within you and take the name, you will find that the mind automatically sinks within and is lost. With the result that you realize the self. Keep the central idea in your mind that you are He. Repetition of God's name, meditation, and other sadhanas are done only to realize that you are He. Nothing. All are in deep Savaja Samadhi. Again, we are prompted to remind that we are 2025 is going to end in another 5-6 days. How many days? 10 days. 5-6 days. And this year marks the centenary of IQG. In Quest of God came out in the form of a book in 1925. Now it is 2025. Many of us have been handling this book for decades. So now we are trying to take it out and it has everything to do with my life, whether you call it is worldly or spiritual. With that attitude, we try to go through 2-3 days. We will try 23 now, no? 23, another 32, 38,
37.
37, 23,
Swami,
14.
did in the first book, did Papa have chapters in these titles, or did he add these later?
Did Papa have these titles only in the first book?
Untouched. Not a word, not a letter has been changed. We don't know, but we were told, 30, 40 years back, 30 years back, somebody came from Udupi. So at that time, we forgot that name. Papa's old relation, there was somebody there in Udupi. So he came and he saw Papa in Panchapandava caves, where when somebody brings any paper, any notebook or any piece, any envelope, then Papa will tear it out and write down all these things. So when he went inside to meet Papa, he saw these manuscripts. And when he went through some of them, he said, Papa, this should be printed. He smiled. He did not plan, as usual. So when we put two and two together, he left on 27th December 1922. And 8 to 9 months, it took 400 miles on foot, mostly on foot only. So he must have come back from his trip in the, say, end of 23, something like that. Then in 24, he must have been shot. Then this friend must have met him mid-24. We are putting it like that, no? It could be. We don't know exactly. And then he insisted that it should be printed. And he printed it. In 1925, it came as a book. Unlike today we decide tomorrow a book can come. On those days, you need months and months. First of all, you should typeset, There will be only 2 or 3 sets in that printing press. If somebody comes and gives an order, we cannot do that. He has to wait until this is set and taken the first proof. Then only he can put this and again take it. Then we correct it. Again he goes, he has to reset the whole thing. We used to remember when vision is given, it nearly takes 1 month, 1.5 months before that we have to give the matter. And then Sriram Swami used to keep on asking him, what is the proof? First proof. The first proof will come by after 15 days, 20 days. By the time he would have already put something, he may have 3 or 4 sets only. And if that is not approved, he has to keep it like that. Just imagine in 1925 the condition. So he must have taken a lot of time. Minimum 3-4 months he must have taken to put this one by one. Somebody must have proofread. Ultimately, we know from the first from the edition that it came out in 1925. First edition, 1925. So we are now entering the 100th year. We are asking ourselves whether we have made some use of it. Or keep it in our shelf, adore it, respect it. And this was his condition when he was in Panchapandava. So all these things are coming back again and again. How much we owe everything to him, no? His ashram would not have come at all, no? If God has not planned it in his life. That is the instrumental cause for us sitting here now. So, not from the spiritual angle, from the worldly angle. As devotees or spiritual children of Papa, we should eke out the maximum. He is not asking anything in return. He is not asking anything from us. So it is for us to make use of his words of wisdom given to us, especially from In Quest of God. If this book, goes inside, that is enough. Every point, that is what we found during our centenary. Purpose. Anything else is there? We will take it up tomorrow.
Whatever it is, at work, I try to apply some of the things at work. In the recent situation also, I looked at it and applied more as a servant leader and worked with them, what with them, being with them in every aspect.
If it sinks, that's the tangible gain. We should also know that just now we read, he is providing everything. He is providing the field.
I was about to.
That is important. If the field is not given, if the prompting is not given, if the fusion does not take place, we are missing the bus. So let us keep on. That is why we said, suppose we go back to our life, parade before our mental vision. Suddenly we find how things are getting connected. At that time we thought it was miserable, it was painful. But later on we find everything has been planned in such a way that everything fits properly into the shaping of our life. Everything. Because this field is provided by him, provided by him, provided by him. Nothing is from us. Nothing is ours. Everything is his. More about this tomorrow. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om 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 Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram,
Shri
Jai
Ram,
Ram.
Jai Ram.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Pranam Swami.
Pranam Swamiji. Pranam.
Before closing, one thing just welled up in our heart. Somebody said about how to develop communion. Yesterday we had a prayer. I don't know whether you heard it. In Malayalam, the last two lines. Kirtichu kirtichu navu kuzhayunnallo Bhagavane ennu nee mizhi thurakkum. I have been chanting. When are you going to open your eyes? ധ്യാനിച്ചു മനം ഉരുകിയിടുന്നല്ലോ ഭഗവാനെ എന്നു നീ മിഴി തുറക്കും. I have been meditating, contemplating, reflecting. So many things I have been doing. But when are you going to open your eyes? This with that feeling when we hear that. That is the dialogue. Though he is within us, we try to, the sense of individuality is pleading its inability to go beyond certain. So it says, why don't you open and take me in? That is why certain bhajans are so thrilling and it makes us to move towards him. Those who know Malayalam, we got it translated into Tamil, that will also be played and in different languages, because the end is this. I have been chanting, but when are you going to open? Enough is enough. I have waited for all these years. Still, you are a conceptual reality. You are not a reality. You are a concept in my mind. I want you to become the reality, not a concept. This sort of feeling. Please think over that. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Nam Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari